See, the thing about Fable 2 is compared
Tangerine!
to
Hello! Halo Reach!
hello.
I'm sorry, I've got a tangerine off. I gotta talk about Halo Reach.
Okay,
Let's
you don't
start
want to hear
playing
me about
this.
Fable 2?
No, no,
No,
we got plenty of time to talk about Peter Molyneux on the podcast.
that's true actually.
So, I've actually been playing Halo Reach on a PC with a mouse and keyboard. I've been
So
playing the Halo Master Chief Collection.
was
What?
it Reach that was the last one that the proper Bungie, normal Bungie that we all know and love did?
Yeah, I'm not. It was the last. I think it was the last one on the
The last proper
Xbox
one.
360, maybe. Um, I think it might have been in the same engine as 3. I don't actually know that much about Halo. The only so this is canon. This is like was it chronologically? This is the first game. So if you don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
happened
like
to Halo
the
Reach,
big battle that caused the rest of the story to happen.
so this is actually the fourth game in the series, but
Yeah,
it's the fifth, I think, if you count
Orbital Drop Drop Troop.
ODST.
Yeah, Orbital Drop
Um,
Trooper. Orbital Drop.
what was it? I was playing with Andy and Dave was like, what about Halo Wars? And I was like, nobody counts the Halo RTS games.
That's not a part. Yeah,
Although
it's a game, but it's not a Halo
I did
game.
hear people actually quite liked the Halo
Yeah,
Wars,
I
Halo
liked it.
RTS games. So
Yeah, I liked it.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
I
what
like
they're
the scale
doing
of it.
basically is they're remastering all of the Halo games, and they're releasing them on Xbox One, I think, and Steam, and Switch and PS4. Just kidding. They're not going to do that. But it's weird to play a Halo game on
JK.
PC. I haven't played a Halo game in God knows how many years, and I actually really like Halo games. Halo
I've
3
never
is one
played
of
a
my
Halo game.
favorite games. So, um, I'd recommend it. I quite like Halo.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of content about Halo
I go
games, but I've
straight into the
actually played
forklift truck. This is one of the
it.
best features of Halo Reach. Is in Halo Reach campaign, which is what we're playing on heroic difficulty. You can play legendary. I think it's a lot easier to play on PC, maybe because you have the mouse and keyboard aim now. Some people think the aim assist on controller was way too strong, but the cool thing
Yeah.
about Reach is
Oh, you're dead.
lots of vehicles in this game that you don't think should be drivable are. And that's always something I found really cool about
Yeah.
Halo was the levels are always really open and
Yeah,
there's
I
lots of
like the
ways to get
way.
through them.
Yeah, that's what I really like about because not many FPSs do that anymore. It's
A
kind of a
lot of
shame.
FPSs around like when a lot of the Halo games came up were very linear and they were like go
Yeah,
this way,
well,
kill this grunt. Like
especially
comparing it to
what
another sci-fi game like
yeah,
Half-Life 2 is way more linear than like Halo was, for example.
yeah. I think that's what people really love about almost all the Halo games. I think
Mm.
people were kind of disappointed because
I
I
remember
think people
I
wanted more to do with Breach's story.
when I purchased. Here's me killing Andy
Oh
with a
my god.
forklift truck.
Okay.
When I purchased an Xbox 360, it came out before the PS4, and I remember I got a 360 just so I could play Halo 3. That was the game I wanted to play.
Yeah.
One of the things I don't like about this game is this is the first game that introduced armor power ups, which once you get used to them, they're okay. But if you
Oh,
can see in the bottom left corner here, I'm sprinting. You've never been able to sprint in Halo games, but they added it as an armor power, and you can switch between them. So there's like an armor lock ability, which is this orange one, where
yeah.
you'll slam down and you'll gain extra shields, and if you do it in front of a vehicle, you can blow it up. There's other ones where you get a jetpack and stuff like that. It's kind of cool if you like that sort of stuff. It's bound to the left shift key, and I'm so used to sprinting in games that I would just armor lock in random places accidentally. But if you see here, I'm using the basically the Predator missile or like mortar gun, and just blowing up these. I believe they're called Leviathans, maybe. Or I don't like. I'm not big on the Halo story. Like I know key details. There's me accidentally using the armor lock. But you see these vehicles here. You're thinking, oh, you have to blow these up. You could just go and steal one of those and use it. Like the game itself
Yeah.
is very open.
If I ever to
Um,
play her, that's what I do. So I really like the alien, the Covenant weapons and vehicles and things.
this is my
I
first
really like.
time playing it, so you're going to see me randomly armor lock throughout the entire vehicle. This is where they drop you off a warthog. I
Is
think
that
this one has a
Pelican?
gun on the back. Yeah, that's a pelican, and that's a warthog with a gun on the
Yeah,
back. I
I
know
really
a
like the
lot more
Pelican.
about the marine weapons. Like I played a
Yeah,
lot of. I played through the. So I've played Halo 2. No, sorry, I played Halo 1, Halo 3, Halo Reach now. I've played through. I've played through the entire campaign now, so I can talk about it. And I've played like tiny bits of 4 and maybe a bit of 5 just through a friend owning an Xbox and being like, "You want to play Halo for a little bit, Cop?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." But I never really liked 4 or 5. I didn't think they were that good.
Okay.
But I couldn't go in depth into them because I haven't really played them that much. But we're kind of splitting up. This is my driver, Andy. We call him Wheels.
Yeah, takes away wheels. Why is he just 369 mode?
That's your tag.
Okay.
So you can choose like pre-made tags, which is why me and Dave are 117. I think
that would explain why he wants to be
369 Andy.
In front of his, yeah, like I understand that he's like such a big.
I think eventually I changed my tag to Joe because you can change it to any 3 numbers of letters you want. So I was Joe, so you just looked on the map and you could see.
What would I have though?
You would be TNY Tony. Maybe,
yeah,
or
I'm not sure about that.
something. Just any number or letter combination you want. But
TOE.
I'm at the back of Dave now, getting the shot at me. I think I steal this Ghost. I think this is called.
I could be a T90 actually.
I have to say, from all the Halo games I've played, Halo 3 is my favorite, and the way they're doing the Master Chief Collection is they're releasing. So we talked about they're releasing them one at a time, chronologically. Yeah. Here I am taking the Ghost. Like,
okay, so when
I'm like, no, let me pilot this bad boy. No shit, and then I get back in. I think I steal another one, but it's like I kick this grunt off because I'm the gunner of this one. But it's like we can take the Warthog, we can steal a Ghost, we could walk if we wanted to. Like you can play this level anywhere you wanted, but
I wouldn't walk.
The next game they're going to release is Halo Combat Evolved, which is Halo 1, which they've already remastered. Like years ago for the Xbox One. There was even a Vista version, I think, ages ago of Halo. Like you could play Halo 1 on PC before, but not like the fully upgraded edition, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go in order, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, I think. I don't know if it's how far they're going, but they're definitely doing the core fan favorites on PC and Xbox. Which is cool. So I played through the entire campaign of Heroic. A lot of fun. I think this game had the first space section, and it reminded me a lot of the space sections in Ratchet and Clank, which I liked.
Oh, okay, that's kind of.
It was really fun.
I really like those.
I played multiplayer as well. I played Griffball. If you've never seen a Rooster Teeth video, you might not know what that is, but
I don't know what it is.
It's like Rocket League with gravity hammers is one way to describe it.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
If you don't know, gravity hammers are like these giant hammers that like hit the air around you, and you're fighting over a ball to capture, and then you have to go and throw it into the enemy's goal. And then you also have energy swords as well, which let you attack the bomb carrier quicker, but don't have like the knockback of the gravity hammer. I also played Slayer. Pretty much I just picked every game I played a bit of Infection with Andy. If you don't know, Infection is basically just ripped off Ewok Hunt from Star Wars Battlefront 2. They retroactively went back in time. Ewok Hunt for Battlefront 2 of 2017 came out before Halo Reach's Infection.
Right.
So, I think Infection actually started off. So if you don't know, Halo modding scene is huge. Halo has a tool built into it called Forge, and it basically allowed people to create custom maps, and they would make custom game modes like Griffball, like Infection, where you would have one person be a zombie and try and kill everyone with an energy sword and turn them into zombies, like zombie mode.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, but I'm pretty sure that Halo was the reason why Machinima exists.
Yeah,
to some extent.
Yeah, and Rooster Teeth as well.
It was so big and so many people made series based upon characters not like their own characters, but in the Forge, basically in the Halo engine. This is so interesting.
Yeah, but anyway, what else was? Oh, there's tons of multiplayer game modes. Really fucking cool. So basically, Forge isn't out at the moment, so it's just Reach at the moment, and Forge is coming later. I think that'll be a lot of games. Apparently, modders have already modded in a bunch of old Forge maps from Halo Reach into this game. Because one of the things that they did was this game has easy anti-cheat because multiplayer and like ranked multiplayer is a big thing. But they made it so specifically easy anti-cheat wouldn't get in the way of mods, which is really cool. Because that's really cool to see from Microsoft. Because they know how important Forge is to people and modding in general.
Yeah.
One thing I found about this game is you get the really cool guns at the end, and then you never get a chance to use them. It's one of the annoying things.
Can you not use it the next mission?
No, you start the next mission with your default guns, so you never get to use the guns.
Yeah.
The graphic options for this game on PC were a little disappointing. The graphics options are enhanced or original Halo Reach quality, basically. So there's two options. One will turn up the resolution and add the improvements that the remaster adds, and then one option will make it look like the original Halo Reach if you want to do that, basically. Those are like the full options. Like,
and you're enhanced right now.
Yeah, this is enhanced because if you have an old PC, Halo Reach will run on a toaster because it ran on the original Xbox 360. So I can run it on enhanced and record it no problem whatsoever. So that's pretty cool. What was I going to say? I like this game a lot. So I said they're releasing one game at a time. They're releasing Reach. Then one's coming, Combat Evolved. I think lots of people are going to be hyped for that. Personally, I'm looking forward to 3. I'm definitely be checking out more of the game, more of the multiplayer, I think, and maybe going back and playing the campaign on Legendary. That should be where I find some more replayability and challenge to it. You can buy each individual game for, I think, about £7. At least Reach is £7. Or you can just buy the whole collection and have it for £30. One of the cool things is when you go to the multiplayer, you can select which game modes you want to play. The even cooler thing is you can select which games you want to play.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be really... When all the games come out, I can go, I want to play Halo 1, Halo 3, Halo Reach, and it will just put me... And I could go from playing a multiplayer game of Halo 1 into playing a multiplayer game of Halo 3. I think that's really cool. I think that's really smart way to unite the fan base and keep... even though there's multiple multiplayer games, they're going to keep all the fans in one place, which I think is really cool. But yeah.
You stole that.
Halo on PC. I think that's pretty much all I got to talk about. Don't think there's much more in terms of...
Well, you stole this ship. Or this vehicle.
Yeah, this race, I think it's called.
Just love the Covenant vehicles. They're so cool. And look at that thing.
But yeah. Even if you're not a Halo fan, I'd definitely check it out. It's lots of fun. Play it with friends. There's some levitating Andy. He's meditating in the elevator.
369 Andrew 369C.
I didn't recommend this to you, Tony, like just checking this out. You said you've never really played Halo.
Yeah, I actually do want to check it out.
Lots of fun. And I think especially you'd like Forge, because there's lots of creativity and building you can do in it.
I really want to play through the story, so I kind of want to wait for more to release, and I play it in chronological order of the games coming out, not chronological.
Well, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because the thing about Reach is that it is a prequel, but you can't watch it first. I do disagree with most people. Like, oh well, now they're all out, you can go watch the prequel stuff first. Like, no.
So if you were going to watch Lord of the Rings, would you watch The Hobbit first?
No,
you wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't watch The Hobbit. I don't like The Hobbit.
Exactly. So. It's only one exception.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if I was going to do if I was going to do a marathon for Half-Life, I don't know. Would I play Black Mesa first? The Black Mesa mod?
But I like to play it in the order they actually were released in, not in universe. Because the way they made it is heavily dependent on the previous stuff they've made. So the references don't make sense in some cases.
Well, deciding when to play it chronologically or in the order they came out is a bit tricky. Yeah. But speaking of tricky,
it's not
Tricky Towers!
Tricky Towers!
Tangerine!
I actually like Tricky Towers a lot.
This game is fucking awesome. So, if you don't know, I convinced Tony... Oh, shit. I'm the guy on the right, by the way, if you want to laugh at someone playing really bad. Middle? That is Dave or Andy.
Okay, I'm watching him fuck up completely.
It's either Dave or Andy, I'm not sure. But what was I going to say? So this game was in the Humble bundle, the Humble Builder bundle, I believe it was called. And I told you to get this because I saw these two games. They're both multiplayer games. I was like, actually, these games look really fun. I looked at Portal Knight kind of more saying, let's get Portal Knight, definitely, because Portal Knight looks really good. But I was like, this Tricky Tower game, I've seen like streamers play and it actually looks really fun.
I like the colours and the yeah.
And I got a confession. Andy's the bird guy and Dave's the guy with the quiff.
Oh, okay, right.
This is puzzle. This is my favourite game mode.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
The idea of this game mode is you have to try and fit as many blocks on here before it touches the laser. So it's kind of more strategy than speed. But all of the blocks in this game, it's not just Tetris. They also have physics. Oh, by the way, you also have power-ups. Yeah. So there's 3 difficulties to this game. What
are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm built. This is like a recording of one of the first times I ever played the game.
Okay, I'm very confused about...
Because you've seen me doing my pro builds.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got the advanced nudge mechanics in my pro builds, But you play in 3 difficulties and it changes how you play the game. On easy mode, you only have good power-ups. You can see the vines. The vines will help your blocks stick together and give you more stability. Then you go into normal mode, which gives you light and dark powers, so I can send ice blocks to my enemies, for example, or giant blocks that are really awkward to put down. And then when you get onto the harder game modes, you'll have light and dark powers, but you'll also have levels where there's wind blowing all of your blocks off, so you have to try really hard to fit everything on. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, the Builder Bundle on Humble is how I got it.
Oh, is that what it was called, was it?
Yeah, the Builder Bundle. And I actually think, even though I've played a lot of Portal Knights, I might actually enjoy this game more. Because I played a lot of Portal Knights, I played through it, it was a really cool game, but I'll be honest with you, I'm someone who's never really liked Tetris. And I really hated playing Tetris, until I played this game. This game made me like Tetris.
Okay, I like all forms of Tetris.
But I remember this is like my first time playing it. I really sucked at it, but I really wanted to keep playing, and there's also a single player mode with lots of challenges that's really fun. And I kept playing that and practicing, and I found like I was having much more fun when I was practicing and learning how to play the game, which is really cool.
Challenges look really cool. That's what I think that's the thing I want.
So this is survival mode, or as I call it, survival race. Because you have 3 lives and you're trying not to die, but also the game ends if somebody uses up all their pieces before the others. So it's survival, but also a race at the same time. We call it a race when there's 30 pieces, because you can realistically get through 30 pieces before your opponents die. But when you do it in a 60-piece one, then it's more like just survival.
Whoever's in the centre is doing a really good job.
I think that's
they're fucked up.
That's Andy.
Well, he just fucked up. So
so you can see my blocks are different. You can get cosmetic blocks. I've chosen the Christmas blocks as I love Christmas, and it is Christmas right now, as of recording. It's Christmas Day right now. No, just kidding. But we could lie because nobody knows.
It's the season of Christmas, though.
'Tis the season to be building towers.
Yep. Andy's dead.
You can just completely fuck up your tower. You can soft lock your tower, which is something I do a lot, where I will fuck up a piece and then I'll start building off the fucked up piece, and I'm like, fuck, my tower's done. But if you see
a lot, actually.
If you see these lines here, when you hit this line, you get a power up. So at the moment, I have the ability to remove the last block. Then I switch it out and I get the vine now. Okay. But I've used all my pieces here before Dave, so I actually won this one. I like this little winning animation because you get to put this little topper on your tower. It feels really good. But we're playing. The way we started playing was basically because you can select difficulties, you can select how you play. This is a super cup. You play the first to like 18, and then it's random difficulty, random levels. So you can choose like if you wanted, you could do like specifically only give me puzzle levels on normal difficulty. Yeah. But this is just everything on random. And I think that's the best way to learn in the beginning. Maybe you can try starting on easy and moving your way up if you're more inclined like that. But I think just a little bit of everything to learn the game.
Yeah,
like
for me personally,
this is my first time playing the game, and this is like one of the hardest levels in the game. But I like the win levels. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So
For me personally, I think I would want to do those like the challenge.
you want to do the
like,
single player challenges first.
Yeah,
You've got this.
I really
Have
like
you downloaded this?
I think so.
Because I was trying to get you to
I'll
play it the other
double-check.
day, and you were like, "No, I'm building something in Space
Yeah, some
Engineers."
Space Engineers. I can show you what I built in a future episode actually.
You see here, I've got ice blocks now, and my
What the fuck
orientation was getting
going
locked
on?
as well, which is really
Yeah.
annoying. The ice blocks are super slippy, and they're fucking and so annoying in the wind because the wind blows the ice.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, ice in a wind level, that's gonna really fuck
And
you
Andy's whole tower just gets destroyed.
I think when you get better at the game, like even if you get good at the game, like I would say I'm starting to get quite good at the game.
Yeah, you're pro. Level.
Even with the level disparity between players, there's
Yeah,
still a
it's still
lot of
fun.
like random variations in the game. So I think it's a good party game still. I don't know if there's a Tricky Towers World Cup. I'd like to go. I'd like to play for my country. Be a representation of this really shitty tower.
I think it's quite complicated in the fact like you're probably not like a pro at the game. Like you can't like deal with every situation, but you are.
I've seen people at like SGDQ playing Tetris, and yeah, I'm fucking terrible. I suck at Tetris.
Okay, well, you don't like Tetris being with us.
Yeah, until I played Tricky Towers, I didn't like Tetris.
Yeah, I actually thought you liked Tetris like the other day when I was watching you play this. So,
but usually, like I always say, there's a lot of genres where there's a lot of games in them I don't like walking simulators.
Yeah,
but I'll find a game in them that I do like. Like I love the Stanley Parable, but that is a walking simulator.
Yeah, but
it's a good game as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not good because it's a walking simulator.
I've soft locked my tower here, so I need to delete these blocks or get a build block.
Oh, Andy's put a really he's putting his whole tower
next level.
The islands.
Yeah, I started playing this game so much. I wanted to support it. Like you can buy one of the games because I got it in the Humble Bundle really cheap, and I was like, oh cool, I want to support it. It was also on sale as well. So one thing I did was I got the Indie Pack DLC. So if you don't know, you can buy different coloured blocks and you can also buy different coloured avatars. And I decided to get the Indie Pack one because it's got some of my favourite indie games in it, like Octodad is one of my favourite characters. I love the game Lethal League, which is an amazing game, which is like... how do I describe Lethal League? It's kind of like tennis in a fighting game, kinda. Is how I'd try and kind of explain it, but it's really fun. I might do a video on Lethal League one day. I also want to play Lethal League Blaze as well.
So the new one.
But look at that. I win the wind level, and even if it's janky and it's like it's falling down, if it holds for just long enough, you can win. If you see how soft locked my tower was for the entire fucking game, and I still came back and won with a janky tower that almost fell down. Like,
if you look at everyone else, they kept going back and forth at the same part. The wind kept knocking the stuff down.
What was I saying before I started talking about that?
Oh, Tangerine, I don't know.
Yeah, Tangerine.
I had no idea.
Anyway. Oh yeah, so there's like you can get different packs for characters. I like to play as Candyman from Lethal League. He's one of my favorite characters. So there is like if you play this and you're like, oh, this only cost me a couple of pounds or something. You're like, oh, I want to support the devs because this game is actually really fucking cool and I've put tons of time into it after I got it in a bundle. There is other ways to support them. What are you saying?
Does Andy not like Tetris?
What did you say?
Did Andy not like Tetris either?
I don't know. Like I honestly...
He's going very slow in this one.
It's a survival one, so it's kind of pays off. And there's 60 pieces as well, which is where I was saying it's an actual survival game. Because your opponents, unless you're playing with people who've played a lot, which we're not, we're just like pretty much started playing here. They're probably not going to get through the 60 pieces without losing all their lives. But like in this game specifically, one of the best special power-ups you can get is you can get a life back, which is a really good one. I found in the beginning, one of the mistakes I made was I only ever used dark powers. I only ever used stuff to fuck my opponents, where I should have been picking and choosing when to unfuck my tower and when to fuck my opponents. Like fucking my opponents when I could, and then fixing my tower when I should. That was like
I'm a big. I like positive stuff first and negative when I can. That's always been my strategy.
But that's like ultimately you are trying to fuck your opponent so you can win the race, but you also need to win the race. Yeah. One of the great expressions is it's good to play not to lose, but you also need to play to win. So it's like, hey, if I play like this, I can't lose the game, but at some point you have to play to win. So sometimes you have to make a bad play that can win you the game, because if you're not doing something that is going to win you the game, then you're not really doing anything at all. You're just playing not to lose. So, yeah, that's something I will say. An aspiring quote for all of you gamers out there. I think maybe Hearthstone Trump said that. I don't know. You remember? Anyone remember Hearthstone?
I think you're forgetting you're playing a race. Why were you trying to put it underneath?
Oh, okay. Race is my worst one because I'm super slow.
Yeah, no, but you went. Oh, I could put this perfectly in this position at the top to increase that. So I'm going to place it underneath everything and try and nudge it in there.
This is the first time.
Explain yourself.
First time I'm playing this, right? Because you are such a backseat gamer on this game. Because whenever I've streamed puzzles to you before, and you're like, you need to put the piece here. And I'm like, you haven't even played the game yet, and you're telling me how to play. Speaking of Hearthstone, that game's got a ton of backseat gamers as well.
I'm actually surprised they've won that one. Like, he has a really solid tower.
He used the vines. Using build pieces and vines is really important in this game. But I won by default because I was already far enough ahead. So I won that Super Cup. And at the end, at the end, you get to like just fly around for a bit and shoot off your like. If we had, I love the music for this game. The sounds are great. Also, talking about the DLC characters, there's lots of cool ones like the fish from Nuclear Throne plays his banjo as you place pieces and stuff and use powers, which is really cool. I have tried to stream this, so I did play as 4-player as well with Andy's girlfriend, and through Steam Remote Play. So if you bought this and none of your friends had this game and you want to play it through Steam Remote Play, what I found was so I play this with mouse and keyboard. I find it a lot easier to play with mouse and keyboard. I think it's the best way to play this game. I find the only thing I find easier on controller is nudging. You might have a different experience. You might prefer controller. So that annoyed me playing through remote play, as I could only get it to work if I was on controller. And I found it a bit delayed, but overall, I found the experience of playing a remote play pretty good. This is my worst power-up. I've told you I'm really bad at thinking fast. So if you're ever playing against me, use the hyper-fast moving block dark magic, because whenever something's moving fast, I panic, and I'm all about building a good solid tower, and I can do that because my thinking is consistent good towers, but as soon as I put under pressure, it's like shit. What am I doing? I don't know. Beats TV is like a third party.
Well, it's just I think the more you play, the more experience you have, the quicker decisions you can make. So I think
this game is probably really cheap right now. It'll be in a bundle. It'll be on sale. So if you see this and you don't have Tricky Towers, get Tricky Towers. It's a really fucking good game. It's way better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
So,
I love the backgrounds as well. The colors are really nice, and I like. Okay, they did a really good job making the not real physics work, because like it makes it funnier, I think.
Yeah,
it feels good to lose.
Closing statement. Tetris's physics is a game I never knew I needed until I had it.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck up that. Yeah, that's definitely going to... So what happens here in the puzzle is...
so much as Andy. I'd like try to put it onto the laser.
One thing you can do is, where you get punished in puzzles is, if you try and go for a really risky pay, it can knock off your tower, and every time you knock something off your tower, it raises the mountain it's standing on, and that can fuck you up.
So you got 3 blocks.
Yeah. I think that's all I want to talk about for games I've been playing this week, aka Tangerine.
Tangerine, not many tangerines.
Tangerine off. What did I say last episode? I don't remember. Sorry?
Remember to eat your oranges, a great source of vitamin.
That's not what I said.
No, I'm just
I said don't get caught in a tangent, I think. Eat your oranges. They're a great source of vitamin C. And also, don't get caught on a tangent like Tony talking about random fucking orange facts. Goodbye.
Bye.